Hey everyone, this is Electra. Today is Thursday, January 16th, 2025, about 7:30 p.m. It's been an interesting couple days, very good days though. I'm back on speaking terms with my brother, and I'm very happy about that. We spoke on the phone for about 2.5 hours the other night, not last night, but the night before. And well, my whole family of origin, my mother, father, brother, my sister-in-law, all know now that I am trans, and that long, stressful time of like trying to figure out how I was ever going to tell them or how they would find out, like, it's finally over and it's done. And it was surprisingly not as bad as I feared so far. I mean, you never really can tell for sure. I'm not there with them, but at least as far as what I'm seeing on the phone and by text message or hearing on the phone, it's not like that. I wouldn't say they're like supportive. No, probably very few parents would be, but they're pretty surprised and shocked that this is me, and they probably never expected it in a million years. And trust me, I didn't either up until about 1.5 years ago, ever in a million years, and then until it happened, until it was, and that's it. That's all there is to it. And so my brother was very interested in understanding and learning more about it, how I got to this point where this is, where I'm very certain this is now who I am. And so I was really happy to have that conversation with him, and know that he's going to be there for me. I wouldn't say he's like totally raw supportive either, but it's not the negative. At least it's not. There's no judging, or there's no trying to change my mind or convince me otherwise, really. If there's any of that, it's from my mom so far, but I'm surprised but it's still been fairly tame, I guess, overall. It strikes me more as like her questioning, not so much me or what I think or feel. I think it's more just her way of accepting this truth and how she expresses it towards me, even though it's really about her. And yeah, so anyway, my name's Electra. I'm a recently transitioning male-female, 44-year-old with autism, depression, anxiety, provisional ADHD, and bipolar 2. So welcome to my channel. These are going to be unscripted, unedited videos of what an autistic person is like, at least my type of autistic person. I think we're all different in many ways. Everyone's got their own way of being autistic that's unique to them. And I'm I tested basically, I don't know if it was level 7, but I think it was like the lowest level that you could be and still be considered autistic. And in the old days, it would have been called Asperger's, but now it's just autism spectrum disorder. And so it's that all that stress. I mean, I knew they had to know soon, and honestly, I wish this all could have happened before Christmas. And then maybe my brother and I could have just avoided that whole basically we hadn't spoken since Christmas. Yeah, before that even, really. But my brother had initiated the no communication on the day after Christmas. So I think the last time we actually spoke on the phone was like October, and in a few short text messages between October and Christmas, but nothing really like in depth. Just random stuff that we would normally text. So I'm glad. It seems like we so far it's like we have this new understanding in a way. I hope this is like the sign of the future, and feeling so much better about my bad angle of things. All that stress is gone, is off my shoulders. I feel just a lot lighter already, and now I can just focus on what's my next chapter, whether it's going to school, cosmetology, or otherwise. I don't really have any other things that I would consider to be a serious consideration other than Paul Mitchell Cosmetology School. It's just about 5 minutes from my home in Central West End in St. Louis. I'm looking into like local community. I looked into St. Louis Community College. Didn't see a whole lot there. It's all basically just associate's degrees and then like just certification programs. And I was looking maybe at like some medical stuff, healthcare stuff. I know my mom is definitely not a fan of me going into cosmetology. She definitely voiced that loudly and clearly to me yesterday. She was more adamant about that than she was my gender stuff. So at least that's good in a way, right? And it's not, I'm glad she feels like she can question me. It's good to have different opinions and think about things from different angles, because one good thing she brought up was like the physical requirements and wear and tear on your body. Like, I don't know, for some reason I didn't think about that really. I mean, it's definitely a concern. It's not like I'm young anymore. I'm 44, and I don't want to destroy my body. The older I get, I can already tell, like, our bodies are just not able to take the wear and tear like they used to. And I always thought, cutting hair, I didn't think of it as a very physical job, but I can see how, shampooing hair, especially women's hair that's longer, and coloring, and you probably got to like get in some interesting positions and back, kind of bend over and bend your back. And so that doesn't make me too happy, but yeah, I mean, I just don't know what else to do. I looked into UMSL, as they call it, University of Missouri, St. Louis. It's actually very close to my job, my old, current old job, the one I'm on leave from, and don't want to go back to, if at all, if I can help it. And it's up towards the airport. UMSL is, and my old job for that matter. It's actually the same exit off of the highway, 170 north. And but I would take a right instead of a left in order to get to the UMSL. And yeah, I don't know, driving up that far to go to class 5 days a week. Actually, I guess it's not 5 days, right? I mean, college classes are like every other day. I remember they used to wait for, like, when I got my undergrad in the late 90s, early 2000s, classes were either Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday. So, hopefully I would like be able to arrange, if it's still like that, hopefully I can still arrange, classes on Tuesday, Thursdays. So at least I'd only have to drive up there twice a week. That wouldn't be as bad, but 5 days a week up that far, I'm liking driving less and less the older I get, and especially highway driving, especially early in the morning when the weather's bad, raining, snowing. And plus my car is just getting older. It's gonna be 13 years old this year. It's a 2012 Honda Civic Coupe, and it's got like 145,000 miles. So it's not super high mileage for its age, but getting to the point where I don't want to drive it much because I want it to last as long as possible, and I also don't want it to get maintenance on it sooner. So I'm just trying to not drive unless I have to, or it's like relatively short trips. Like the furthest I drive on a regular basis would be like Maplewood, or that would be to the west, and then like to the east I go to pretty much downtown for my Wednesday night group, and then like I don't really go that far north or south at all. Like 90% of the stuff I do is like on the Manchester corridor, as I like to call it, I guess, and maybe like Brentwood or the St. Louis Galleria. Like I don't really go to Clayton. I don't even go to Central West End all that often, although I know I would for Paul Mitchell, which is fine. And I don't really go south of here much either, so I don't really go south of 44 very much at all. It's kind of rare. And I like it that way. I don't know. I've wasted a lot of time in my life driving, so I'm glad I can spend my time doing things I actually really enjoy and not just sitting in my car driving, risking my life. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Not sure what else to talk about. It was 40 degrees today. Pretty warm for St. Louis in January. It's the warmest it's been, I think, all year. This was the warmest day of the year so far, for sure. And this might actually have been the first time we were above freezing, or maybe we had 1 or 2 mild days earlier. But yeah, all that snow we got almost a week ago, it's still there. It's just mostly all plowed, or it's all thrown off to the sides of the streets. So it's like not great for walking, because it's all mostly just like slush. Like today was actually pretty slushy when I went for a quick walk, because it was like 40 and it was melting. But then like right now it's going to refreeze tonight all night, and that's the problem with this snow. Like the snow itself is not, it's kind of nice when you're home and you don't have to go anywhere and you can just watch it, but it's the aftermath where it's like it gets all plowed, and they make the little mounds of snow on the sides of the streets, and then the sidewalks are covered in snow, and some places will shovel it. Like my apartment building shoveled the sidewalk that goes the length of the building on their property. It's all shoveled, so that's nice. You can walk like normal. You don't have to worry about slipping and falling. But then there's like these 2 other properties over here that are older. Pretty sure they're Airbnbs. They're not shoveled, so like, you're basically risking your life and limb on this like white sheet of like kind of ice, kind of snow. You're not really sure which, and it's hard to tell where it's going to be slick. So you just have to walk like really carefully and slowly, and try not to wear shoes try to wear shoes with like actual traction. So it's like not even fun walking around right now outside, even though it was like a not bad day today. It's not even that fun, because you got to be so careful about how you're walking and where you're walking and whether it's shoveled or not. So yeah, I think that's about all I got for tonight. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you like. Comment. Nice comments only, please, though. Hopefully you can have some respectful comments and discussion if you like. And I hope you have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Bye.